Welcome back to Four Corners Facts. Today, we're going to talk about a mystery that has baffled investigators for years. In this video, we'll uncover the eerie stories of 10 people who vanished without a trace, leaving behind nothing but questions and confusion. These disappearances span across the globe, from unexplained disappearances in bustling cities to remote wildernesses that still hide their secrets. What happened to these individuals? Were they victims of foul play, or is there something more sinister at work? Whether it's a case of kidnapping, strange circumstances, or simply the unknown, each of these cases remains unsolved. Stay with us as we explore these chilling vanishings, and remember, sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. Let's get started. On a scorching summer day in 1966, 3 siblings, Jane, Arna, and Grant Beaumont, vanished without a trace from Glenelg Beach, South Australia. Ages 9 to 4, they were last seen walking towards the water with a man. Witnesses later reported seeing this man with the children, but the case quickly became shrouded in mystery. Despite multiple leads and intense police efforts, the investigation grew colder. The nation was left in shock, with the children's disappearance remaining unsolved. Over time, public fascination with the case only deepened. In response to the tragedy, new laws were passed to improve child safety and crime prevention across Australia. Yet, no answers have emerged. Decades later, various theories continue to surface, but the truth of what happened to Jane, Arna, and Grant remains elusive, leaving behind an eerie silence. This case is a haunting reminder of the fragility of childhood safety, and it continues to stir questions in the minds of many. What happened that day at Glenelg Beach? The mystery endures, unsolved, to this day. In 1995, 23-year-old Heather Teague disappeared while sunbathing by the Ohio River in Kentucky. It seemed like a peaceful day at Newburgh Beach, but everything changed when a man reportedly witnessed Heather's abduction. He saw a man approach her, and in a sudden and chilling moment, she was taken. Her belongings, including her towel and shoes, were left behind, but Heather was gone. An immediate investigation followed, with police searching the area, including the woods and surrounding lakes, but no trace of Heather was found. Despite multiple leads and ongoing efforts, her body was never discovered, and the case quickly went cold. Over time, suspects came into focus, particularly Jesse P. Trey Haynes, a man with a violent past who had been seen in the area. However, without concrete evidence, he was never charged, and the mystery of Heather's disappearance remains unsolved. Heather Teague's case is a haunting reminder that sometimes no answers come, leaving the question, what really happened that day? On Christmas Eve in 1945, a fire tragically consumed the Sodder family home in Fayetteville, West Virginia. The fire raged through the night, and while the parents, George and Jenny, and 4 of their children managed to escape, 5 young children mysteriously vanished. Despite extensive searches, no remains were ever found. The fire department concluded the children had died in the blaze, but their parents believed otherwise. Strange clues began to surface. Eyewitnesses reported seeing people near the home that night, and the fire's cause remained suspiciously unclear. Even more baffling were the sightings of the children in different places after the fire. The Sodders' determination grew stronger as they explored every possible lead. Was it possible the children had been kidnapped? Or was there another explanation for their disappearance? To this day, the mystery of the Sodder children remains unsolved, leaving their story as one of the most haunting and perplexing disappearances in American history. In 1975, the disappearance of labor union leader Jimmy Hoffa became one of the most notorious mysteries in American history. Hoffa was last seen on July 30th in the parking lot of the Machu's Red Fox restaurant in Michigan. He had planned to meet 2 mafia associates, but he was never seen again. Despite extensive investigations by the FBI and countless theories over the years, Hoffa's fate remains unknown. Some believe he was murdered by mafia members who had grown tired of his influence and power within the union. Others speculate he was buried in a concrete slab or even hidden in the foundations of sports stadiums, but no concrete evidence has ever surfaced. Theories continue to swirl around Hoffa's disappearance, and his story remains a powerful symbol of the ties between organized crime and labor unions. Even decades later, Jimmy Hoffa's name is synonymous with unsolved mysteries, and his case remains a haunting part of American folklore. In 1937, Amelia Earhart, one of the most famous aviators of her time, vanished during her ambitious attempt to fly around the world. She had made it as far as the Pacific Ocean when, in the midst of her journey, she lost contact with her team. Despite extensive search efforts, neither her plane nor her body was ever recovered. The mystery surrounding Earhart's disappearance has sparked numerous theories. Some believe she crashed into the ocean, her plane succumbing to mechanical failure or running out of fuel. Others suggest a far more sinister possibility, that Earhart was captured by the Japanese. As tensions were rising in the Pacific during this era, some speculated that she may have been taken as a spy or prisoner. Decades have passed, but Earhart's fate remains one of the most intriguing unsolved mysteries in aviation history. Her disappearance continues to captivate the world, and each new theory only adds to the mystery surrounding her final flight. In 1967, Jim Thompson, the American businessman known as the Silk King of Thailand, vanished without a trace while on a walk in the Malaysian jungle. Thompson wasn't just any businessman, he single-handedly revived Thailand's silk industry, turning it into an international powerhouse. His rise to fame was as dramatic as his disappearance. A former CIA operative, Thompson was well-connected, charismatic, and mysterious, making his sudden vanishing even more perplexing. On March 26, he set out for a walk in the Cameron Highlands, a tranquil hill station in Malaysia, but he never returned. Despite massive search efforts by Malaysian authorities and private investigators, no sign of Thompson was found. Rumors and theories swirled. Was he kidnapped by communist insurgents? Did he fall victim to foul play? Or was it possible that Thompson staged his own disappearance, tired of the public eye and the pressures of his success? His mysterious fate remains unsolved, leaving one of the most enduring puzzles of the 20th century. The truth behind Jim Thompson's disappearance is still unknown. In 2011, 20-year-old college student Lauren Spierer disappeared after a night out with friends in Bloomington, Indiana. Lauren, a student at Indiana University, had been out celebrating with friends at a local bar. Around 2 a.m., she decided to leave and head back to her apartment. She was last seen at 4 a.m., barefoot and wearing pajamas, walking alone down a street near her home. Her friends dropped her off close to her building, but Lauren never made it back. Her disappearance sparked a massive search effort, but no sign of her was ever found. Security footage from nearby cameras showed Lauren walking on the street, but it ended there. No clues about where she went next or what happened. Despite numerous leads and public appeals, the case remains a mystery. No one has been able to identify the man seen in the footage, and Lauren's phone was never found. To this day, her family holds on to hope, searching for answers about what happened to her. In 2005, Ray Gricker, a well-respected district attorney from Center County, Pennsylvania, vanished without a trace. On April 15, Gricker went for a leisurely drive, leaving behind no indication of where he was headed. Hours later, his red Mini Cooper was found parked near a creek in a remote area, but there was no sign of Gricker. What's eerie is that his laptop, which was later discovered, contains strange and disturbing details. A search of his email revealed that Gricker had been considering retirement and had been researching information about starting a new life, further fueling suspicions that he might have chosen to disappear. Despite extensive searches and investigations, no clear answers emerged. Some believe foul play was involved, while others think he may have staged his own disappearance. To this day, Ray Gricker's case remains unsolved, and his fate is a chilling mystery that haunts both his family and the community he served. In 1969, Betsy Aardsma, a college student at Penn State University, was tragically murdered in the university's library. The incident happened on a quiet November afternoon. As Betsy was studying in the crowded stacks, she was suddenly stabbed in the chest. Despite being surrounded by other students, no one witnessed the attack. Betsy collapsed to the floor, but by the time help arrived, the killer was long gone, vanishing into the shadows. The police had little to go on. No suspects, no motive, and no eyewitnesses. For decades, the case went cold. Many theories have emerged, from a random act of violence to something more sinister. Some even suggest the killer was another student, perhaps someone she knew, but the mystery remains unsolved. Betsy's death left an indelible mark on the Penn State community, and even today, over 50 years later, her story continues to haunt those who wonder, who killed Betsy Aardsma? In 1971, a man known as D.B. Cooper pulled off one of the most daring heists in American history. He boarded a commercial flight from Portland to Seattle, calmly handed a note to a flight attendant claiming he had a bomb, and demanded $200,000 in ransom along with parachutes. Once the money was delivered, Cooper released all 36 passengers, keeping the flight crew on board. As the plane flew over the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest, Cooper opened the rear stairway, parachuted out into the night, and disappeared. Despite an extensive investigation, Cooper's identity and fate remain a mystery. The FBI launched one of the largest manhunts in U.S. history, but the case went cold. Years later, some of the ransom money was found along the Columbia River, but there was no sign of Cooper. Was he a criminal mastermind who escaped to freedom, or did he perish in the wilderness? The mystery of D.B. Cooper's disappearance still haunts investigators and captures the public's imagination today. And there you have it, 10 chilling disappearances that continue to leave the world puzzled. It's truly hard to imagine that people can vanish into thin air without leaving a single clue behind, but these mysterious cases prove it's not only possible, it's happened. Whether it's in the middle of nowhere or in the heart of a bustling city, these vanishings remain unsolved, sparking endless theories and speculation. What's your take on these eerie disappearances? Do you think there's a logical explanation, or is something far more sinister at play? We'd love to hear your thoughts, so share them in the comments below.